Very warm welcome, everyone, to Personal Growth Leaders Advanced Toastmasters International Online Club meeting number 219. And the theme of this meeting is a world of opportunity. It's quite interesting. Opportunities. They say about opportunity, there is a quote that they say that if the opportunity does not knock your door, build the door yourself. It's quite interesting quote, which says that opportunities are something that come to a person who is ready for that. What do we mean by ready for that? It does not mean that the person has all the competence to do what that opportunity is providing. It's not that. It doesn't mean that. It means that the person has got the mental frame of mind to accept the challenge and then do the best out of whatever opportunity is being made available to the person. This is a thing people say about someone who is a really great person in their respective fields. And sometimes when you look at these people, they feel so great. Like sometimes we think that this person has got some extra power in them that I do not have. And it might be true to a certain extent because everyone is unique in their own way. So everyone has got their own unique power, their unique personality, their unique characteristics, which makes them apart from everyone else. So what we have to do is try and find what is my unique power that I have, and how can I help the world through the unique power that I have. And that unique power does not need to be something that is making oneself a great famous personality, because generally there is another misconception that happens. The misconception is that if someone is extremely well known due to their talent and due to their abilities, that person is influencing lots of people. That is true. Because they are famous, whatever they do, people try and imitate them. From that perspective, it is true. But from the perspective of actually influencing another person who is there beside you, it does not, it's not of that much significance, because real influence to another person beside us is by how we are treating that person. There is a saying which says that people will forget what you say, people will forget what you do, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So that is something that each and every one of us has innately in us. We have our own unique persona, and using this persona, we are interacting with other people. And the most important thing that we can do in terms of creating this world of opportunity is how we refine our persona in such a way that we are always making the other person feel really good about themselves. Because that's what this whole life in this existence of this particular world that we are living in is about. How we can help other person to become better. And when we ourselves do that, we automatically help other people to become better as well. So with that, I would like to thank you all for joining today in this meeting number 219. We have done this agenda in a very impromptu way. We did not even know how many of us are going to be here today, but it's quite interesting. We have 5 of us here. And as we say, the meeting style is the pie. So we have the prepared speeches, then we have the impromptu speaking, and then we have the evaluation section in the end. So the first section is the prepared speeches. And I have volunteered today to do the prepared speech. And The speech is from Innovative Planning Path, Writing a Speech with Purpose, and the title is Composure.
Um,
Yes, I would like
Sumesh,
to invite Kaushal to please help us with the word of the meeting. Thank you very much.
thank you, Mr. Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters. The word of the day is sleuth, and I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Sleuth can be a verb or a noun. As a verb, it can mean to carefully or methodically search for information or to act as a detective. As a noun, sleuth means a detective. And as an example that ties into our theme today, sleuthing for opportunity is always worth the effort. So that is a word of the day, sleuth. Back to you, Somesh.
Huge round of applause to Kaushal for coming up with the word of the meeting in such a short period, and it's such an interesting word as well. Thank you very much, Kaushal, for that. So the first speech, the only speech that we have today is this one that I'm going to talk about. And then we will have the topics section, which will be led by Lillian. And then we'll have the evaluation section, which will be led by Kaushal. Okay, so the first speech is from the pathway Innovative Planning, Writing a Speech with Purpose. The title is Composure. I want to share a story with you that happened recently. We had our CEO coming to the office in Athlone. There are around 1,300 people working in this office, which is a research and development part of our company. And our headquarters is based in Sweden. So this company's headquarters. So the CEO and many of his executive team members came in for their executive team meeting. And this is a big thing for this site because the CEO came a couple of months back for the 50th year celebration of our company here in Athlone, Ireland. So it was unexpected. And it was a pleasant surprise for everyone that the CEO decided that the executive team meeting will be here. The reason why the CEO wanted to have the executive team meeting here was because he was really impressed when he came to attend the 50th anniversary celebration. He noticed that this site has got huge diversity, and the innovative power of the site was quite amazing as well. And he really felt the vibe of this site to be really moving forward for the company. So this was really a pleasant surprise, and we had this all the executive team members. They had around 15 of them, all really excellent people in terms of their leadership skills. So there was this town hall that was supposed to happen, and because the company has started the work from office, return to office in a very strong way, a lot of people are coming to office as well. But then the car park that we have, pre-COVID times, the car park was okay. It was able to cater to the number of 1,300 people, and at least on an average, probably 1,000 people would be coming. And then the car park was catering to it in certain ways. Post-COVID, they had some structural changes in the car park, and because of that, if everyone plans to come on the same day, it is going to cause a lot of challenges. So what happened was, because this executive CEO and the executive team member were coming, there was a lot of employees came in on the same day. And when I was reaching the office, I had to drive to the end of the car park. Generally, it is easy to get in the beginning or in the middle, but I had to go to the end. And in the end, also it was really difficult. The space was very less, and then it was very difficult to park the car as well. So finally, I was able to find a space. I did park, and then it was a great event as well. There was this town hall where the CEO addressed everyone and all his few of his executive team members, 4 members, who are responsible for the work that is being done here. They all spoke as well, and it was a good event. It was really nice and very encouraging for everyone on the site here. There was also an announcement made that the company will invest 200 million euro over the next 3 years on this site. And that was a huge opportunity for the site as well. So all those things were nice. And my personal thing in this, uh, which the whole speech is about, the challenge was going to come. So I was planning to go half day that day. And I started off at 12 to go out, get to the car park, and then go to home and do the next half of the work from home. So I went to the car park and I was slowly trying to go out. And then there I see there was the way that there was to go out, someone parked the car over there, exactly at the place where we had to take out the exit. And we can understand because the situation was such that there was not enough car parking for everyone. And for whatever reason, this person chose to block the exit, right? And then I had to. I went there and then I went to the reception and I took the photo of that car that was blocking the exit. And I went to the reception and I asked the receptionist, "Can you please help?" Because I was just thinking, should I actually put this in? There is a bulletin board kind of thing, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to kind of embarrass a person. So I went to the receptionist because receptionist would have the details of the registration versus who's actual who owns that car kind of thing. So so receptionist then said, I have called this person, but this person is in a meeting. So I was waiting. I was waiting in the reception area for probably 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. And then she said that you go and see, maybe someone has come in there and they have taken the car out. So then I walked. It takes around 5 minutes to walk. It's a huge area. So I went there and again, I saw that the car was not moved. So then I called the receptionist and I told the receptionist that this car is still there. And then what happened was there was another person who was nearby and they were taking the picture of their car and they were doing something. And then I came to know that the receptionist actually typed the wrong registration number. Instead of 1257, she typed 1527. So basically, what happened was the whole 30 to 45 minutes, what I was waiting for something that had no value as such, right? So the actual person whose car was blocking, they did not know anything about it. And this was because the receptionist typing 1527 instead of 1257. Right? So that's 45 minutes passed or something. Then she came to know that, okay, I have to tell the right person. And then the right person, again, it took for them at least 15 minutes to come. So it was nearly 1 hour or something. I had to go and I was just thinking, I had no emergency at that time. Imagine if there was some emergency situation for someone. It's just unbelievable. And yeah, so then while I was waiting for this, there were 4 or 5 other people as well in the line now, everyone wanting to get out. So basically, so in the end, this guy came and he said that, sorry, I did not find any other place, so I had to keep it here. And then he went, and I was just thinking, uh, you know, I, my nature is that somehow I don't know, it's some innate kind of ability that yeah, generally don't get angry like that. Unless it is something really totally out of control thing, then I might get angry, but generally I don't. So I was just thinking about this composure element. So it's so important that, like in the mind, all these things were coming up when this thing was happening. That what is this? I have to go, and it was 1 hour. I was just waiting there. I could have reached home by 12:15, but it was half one or something. I reached home, and the lunch time and the hunger and everything started happening as well. So I was just thinking about this, that the mind was screaming at the time. the mind, and it is obvious, it is natural. You want to go and you're blocked. And I was just thinking, uh, the mind was screaming, but from external position, I was not, totally showing everything that mind is screaming like this, and I'll scream at you. I was just comparing this with a situation where I was traveling from India to Ireland, and something happened very similar in terms of the luggage not being checked in and I getting totally out of control in terms of my composure. So I was just comparing the two, and I was just thinking about this, that composure is so much important in our life. Like the mind will scream, mind will do lots of different things, but how we filter out all those things and then come out to the people outside really matters at the end of the day. So this is what composure is all about. Feel all the screams that happen in the mind, but filter it out and not let it uh, make commotion outside. With that, thank you very much for listening to this. Uh, thank you very much. So this was the speech. Now we go to the next part of the meeting, which is the table topic section. And I would like to invite Lillian Monari to lead us with the table topics section. Thank you very much, Lillian.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. Thank you for that wonderful speech. And on this next session, we get to develop our impromptu speaking skills. And in table topics, we get to think on our feet, and we sleuth for opportunities to create an impromptu speech on our feet. We just to give a speech that is organized and be able to communicate our ideas right away before we are well prepared, like in our prepared speeches. So for topics today, I have a few topics that hopefully will rhyme with the topic of the our theme for today about opportunities and looking for opportunities. And see, do we have any volunteers who will take the first question? Awesome, Kusha. First question is, what is a global issue you're passionate about, and what opportunities do you see for positive change? What is a global issue you're passionate about, and what opportunities do you see for positive change?
Madam Topics Master and fellow Toastmasters, the global issue I'm most passionate about is climate change. I work for the Environmental Protection Agency in the USA, and although our current leadership does not support the cause of finding solutions to climate change, that doesn't make the global problem go away. Wishful thinking doesn't make it go away. Denial does not make a problem go away. It is very much there. And the science shows us year by year how big a problem it is. The issue of climate change is can be so disruptive to people's everyday living. It can disrupt their economies. It can even force them out of their homes. There have already been many people who've been forced to relocate because climate change has made their habitats unlivable. And there's so many opportunities we have to mitigate against this problem. We can we pursue cleaner energies. We we can reposition our economies so that they're even more profitable by being more green. It doesn't take much effort to sleuth for these opportunities because we've already done so much of that. We just have to have the will and the responsibility to take these opportunities. Sleuthing for opportunities is one thing, but taking the opportunities is quite another. And that's what we have got to do for the good of our society throughout the world. Madam Topic Master.
Thank you, Kosha. I can tell that you're passionate about climate change for sure. And I can see that you have so many ideas and how it has impacted the world for sure and affecting a lot of people, even moving away from their own homes. And yeah, pointing out that we do have the solutions. It's just the ability to implement it. And I can see the passion that even though you don't see the support as much as you like from the government, you're still passionate about it. And I can see that, yes, you're super passionate about it. Thank you, Kosha. All right, my next question, who would like to take the next question? Ahmed, awesome. Next question is, what is a new skill you'd like to learn to advance your career? What is a new skill you'd like to learn to advance your career, and what opportunities will that skill open for you?
AI. So everywhere we look into, it's everyone is talking about ChatGPT or DeepSeek. There are so many platforms that we can use in terms of artificial intelligence. That's what people say. But when I really look deep into the situation, I see that what we need, the society need, or when we look into next 10 years, it's the people skills. It's the communication skills. It's the negotiation skills that really is going to matter. So I think that's the reason why I'm here, to improve the speaking skill so that we can make that connection with people. That is the reason why we should invest time to improve these human skills. Everybody's so much invested in their phones, social media, or anything else. And then we lack those human skills at every place that we look around, at office, at schools. So we need to really invest our time, improve ourselves, and then also educate people that these are something that everybody needs to invest. So for me, these are these type of skills: critical thinking, problem solving, interacting with people, negotiating, communication skills that I really want to invest myself and improve when it comes to the upcoming. So I would like to advise everyone that you are in the right place. This is the right place that we can really work on in these critical skills that we can improve. Back to you.
Thank you, Ahmed. I totally agree that, yes, people skills are very crucial. And thank you for pointing out that this is one platform that we can improve our communication skills and knowing how to relate with people. And I can see that you see the impact that you will have and how many opportunities it will open if we all worked on our people skills, communication skills, critical thinking skills. All right, my next question. Sumesh, would you like to take the next table topics?
That's fine. Thank you.
Okay. What is a new experience you'd like to have, and how might it open doors for you? What's a new experience you'd like to have, and how might it open doors for you?
Thank you very much, Madam Topics Master. A great question. Experiences are something that is what we are based on. Our whole personalities are based on our experiences. And it's quite interesting how experiences form our personalities. And basing on what our personality is, we keep seeking those experiences again and again. And here comes one of the important aspects of the whole composition of our own existence, in a sense. There is a sleuth that we have within us, which is not evident to us on a day-to-day basis, but which is what we are actually composed of. And that sleuth is the subconscious mind that we have. And subconscious mind is what forms us as a person. And what is subconscious mind composed of? All the experiences that we have on a day-to-day basis. Any kind of experience that we have gets stored in the subconscious mind. But there is an amazing aspect of subconscious mind which we do not use on a regular basis, and that is the imagination. So another aspect of subconscious mind is that if we imagine and believe something to be true to the core of our heart, the subconscious does not understand the difference between what actually happens in front of us and what we have so clearly imagined in our mind that it seems as a reality. It does not understand the difference. So then what happens is the subconscious helps us to create an environment which would be totally different from what we are experiencing now. So in terms of the experience that you were saying, to answer your question, the experience that I always want to have is that of being peaceful and happy regardless of external circumstances. Over to you, Madam Topics Master.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I totally agree that our subconscious runs our experience in life. And yes, I can definitely see that you're really invested in working with subconscious and having a calm experience that no matter what's going on, that you choose your experience. And I think being conscious and knowing that we have this subconscious mind that's always determining what experience we are having makes a big difference and makes all the difference in how we react and how we experience the world. Thank you, Samesh. Do we have time for a couple more?
Yes, we do.
All right. Do we have any other volunteers who would like to take our table topics?
I can volunteer.
All right, thanks, Anvita. So, question is, what's a new hobby you'd like to start and what potential opportunities might it offer you? What's a new hobby you'd like to start and what opportunities might it offer for you?
A hobby which can open up new opportunities. What could it be? Good day, Toastmasters. What is a hobby? Hobby is something we would love to look forward to in our free time. And if that hobby ensures that there will be some opportunity for us in the future, then why not take it? When I was young, programming was my hobby. I found it very interesting to take up a problem and try to find out a solution for it. Gradually, it became my career. I ended up studying computer science engineering, and now I'm a software engineer. If I want to select a hobby now, which will provide new opportunities, it will be in the same field. Probably I will upskill myself in artificial intelligence and do some more programming so that I can switch to some other company. But if you want to talk about hobbies which will help me relax, which will bring me peace and allow me to focus on the opportunities which I will get because of pursuing my first hobby, then probably it would be learning music. I always had an interest in learning music, but I could not pursue it probably because of lack of time or lack of interest. But now I'm interested in it and I'm looking forward to probably learning music as well. So I'm sure with these two hobbies, both opportunities will be aligned. The opportunity to remain at peace, which music will guarantee, and also this opportunity to advance my career, which the artificial intelligence course will guarantee. Pursue any hobby which interests you. Your hobby will definitely create some opportunities for you, either mentally or career wise. Over to the table topic master.
Thank you, Envita, for sharing about your hobby. I loved how you structured your speech. You started by explaining the definition of what hobby means to you and sharing what your hobby has been most of your life, which is programming, and how you got into it as a career. And it's so nice when you have something you love, like your hobby, and then you find a career in that. And then it's more of a, you enjoy your life because you spend most of your time you're working. So it's nice that programming, which is your hobby, also is part of your career, your daily life, and it, also sharing that you'd like to even improve on that to develop your career in artificial intelligence, and also sharing your personal hobby in developing your music career and how that will help with finding peace in your life as well. Thank you for sharing that. I love music as well, and I definitely find it more grounding when I'm in music. It helps me come back to my body and ground myself. So I'm glad to hear that that's something that you enjoy as well. And I hope you find time to create time for the music, for the hobby that will help you with that. Do we have time for one more?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Does anybody want to take one more question?
Take it.
All right, thanks, Kusha. All right. If you could have a dinner with any person, living or dead, who would it be? And what opportunities will that open for you? If you could have a dinner with one person, living or dead, what would it, who will it be, and what opportunities will it open for you?
Madam Topic Master and fellow Toastmasters, you might remember somebody who was in the news a few years ago. Her name is Greta Thunberg. I believe she is Swedish, but she was a teenager, I believe, who was a climate change activist. So this ties back to what I said in my earlier table topic. She was very fierce and outspoken about environmental issues. And people all over the world were inspired by her or angered by her, depending on your point of view, that this child was speaking so directly and forcefully about the subject of climate change. She actually said to world leaders, how dare you? How dare you allow this problem to get worse and worsen my future? She was fierce and angry. I've always wondered, what is she doing right now and how is she? So I would like to sleuth and find her and make contact with her and have a dinner in which we discuss the state of the world today and discuss what opportunities there are for making things better. I find that in youth, there is so much potential for leadership. I don't know whether I could be the kind of leader to make things happen, but I think she is. And I would very much like to have that dinner to discuss what I can do to help her be that leader that tomorrow needs. Madam Topic Master.
Thank you, Krisha, for sharing that. And yeah, we always have somebody who inspires us and who can open opportunities for us. And thank you for sharing that this girl resonated with your heart and your passion of climate change and wanting to know. And first of all, getting to understand her motivation and her drive, and also finding ways to support her and help her in that. I think that's a crucial skill that we need, especially with the youth. We know they have so much potential. They are born with so much, and nowadays they come with a lot of potential and knowledge. And I agree that the first thing is to understand, sit down with them, understand what drives them. And I think as people are in a position to help, and if we can collaborate with the young people who are super passionate, we could make the change that we are looking for in the world. So thank you for sharing that. And I think that's all I had for table topics today. Thank you everybody for participating and sharing in table topics and what you're passionate about and what opportunities that can open for each and every one of us. And at this time, I'll turn it over to our Toastmaster of the day, Somesh. Back to you.
Huge round of applause to Lillian Munari for an excellent set of topics. You've done a very nice job of summarizing what the person has said as well, which is really an added advantage that you can provide as a table topics master. So well done, Lillian, on taking this role and doing it so nicely. Now we go to the next part of the meeting, which would be the evaluation section. And to lead that, I would like to hand over the virtual gavel to our general evaluator, Kaushal Gupta.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. I would like to begin our evaluation section by asking our evaluator, Anvita, to please evaluate Somesh's speech.
Feel the screams, but don't show it outside. Be composed. Thank you, DTM Somesh, for delivering that valuable message through a personal story. Good day, Toastmasters and DTM Somesh in particular. I felt as if I was in your company in the 50th year celebration, surrounded by 1,300 employees. Thanks to all the minor details about your company which you shared when you started your speech. For example, Sweden was your company's headquarters. CEO had come with his executive team. You covered all the minor details. You complemented these details with your excellent body language. For example, you showed yourself driving from the beginning to end. You showed this, then you pointed towards the right to show that the CEO and the executive team had come. All this made me that this speech or this incident was happening right in front of me. I have few suggestions for you. When you started your speech in your opening, you said, I want to share a story, and then you started. Instead, you could have just started off with your story. For example, on this date or on this year, the CEO and the executive team had come. And then just proceed with this. This not only saves time, but it also creates a hook to the audience. Then what happened? This will be the thought if you just start off with the story. Secondly, I felt that your conclusion could have been a bit elaborated. You said how you lost your composure the first time when your luggage was not checked in, and how you remained composed during this incident in your company. Probably you could have compared the effects of these two incidents. Maybe you were stressed out when your luggage was lost, and because of that, something else happened. Maybe you missed your flight, or you shouted at your family member because of that. And in the second incident, because you were composed, you were able to have fun the rest of the day like you intended to. Just bring out the effects so that it will make your message much more stronger. You can also consider adding more pauses in your speech. For example, before you tell something interesting, like there was an announcement, or finally that person came. Before or after this, you can consider adding a pause to create that suspense and curiosity. Coming to the positives again, I could relate to the challenges you have faced. Car at the exit, even I have faced that, but your situation went to even worse because you were unnecessarily made to wait for half an hour and still you were composed, which is a great thing. So your message came out very beautifully in your speech. To summarize, excellent body language and personal example, few tweaking here and there in your opening and conclusion will elevate your speech. Back to general evaluator.
Thank you, Anvita. You gave some excellent advice in your thorough analysis of Samesh's speech. I would now like to ask Isam to please provide his report as our timer.
Thank you, General Evaluator DTM Kaushal, for that. For the project speech, Sumesh, you spent 8 minutes, 10 seconds. For the table topic speeches, Kaushal, the first one, it was 1 minute, 58 seconds. I spent 2 minutes, 8 seconds. Sumesh, 2 minutes, 27 seconds. Anvita, 2 minutes, 17 seconds. And for Kaushal's second speech, 1 minute, 52. And for the evaluation, Anvita completed it in 3 minutes, 29 seconds. Back to you.
Excellent, thank you. I would now like to give my reports as grammarian and general evaluator. I'll first do the grammarian report. Sumesh, as Toastmaster, I liked how you used words like innately and persona to talk about opportunities. Later, as speaker, I liked your phrase, the mind was screaming. That is a great visual. The mind was screaming. I think that's such a great way to frame the challenge of maintaining one's composure. You only had 2 ahs during your speech. Then during the table topic session, Lillian, you used the word of the day, sleuth. I only counted 3 ahs during your performance as topic master. As for the topics speeches themselves, I detected 1 ah from myself, and I did use the word of the day. I don't know, Lillian, I don't know. Yeah, I think I mentioned this. You used the word of the day as well. Then our second topic speaker, Isam, no ahs or ums, and I liked the phrase human skills. I think that's a really beautiful phrase, human skills. And then the third speaker, Somesh, you used the word of the day, and you said the sleuth is the subconscious mind. Wow. Wow, that really got me thinking about how you can create opportunities by using your subconscious mind as the sleuth, and just by strongly believing in yourself, your subconscious mind acts as the sleuth to look for opportunities to make that belief manifest. That is powerful stuff. And I'm going to be thinking about that. For our fourth table topic speaker, Anvita, I heard no ums for your speech. For the fifth table topic speaker, which was me, I did use the word of the day again, and I don't think I had any ums. Then going on to also, I'm kind of mixing my grammarian and general evaluator reports here. Lillian, I think you did a great job giving us challenging and inspiring table topics that really tied into the theme of opportunity. And as Samesh mentioned, you also gave really encouraging reactions to everybody's table topic. So excellent job. For the evaluation, Anvita, I only heard 1 repeat for your evaluation speech. And Isam, as timer, I did not hear any ahs or ums from you. think this was overall a very good meeting, and I loved how at the beginning we were, even though it was so impromptu, we saw this as an opportunity to really make something great instead of feeling discouraged. And I think we really came together and we had a great meeting. So I'd like to turn the meeting back over to our Toastmaster, Sumesh.
Huge round of applause to Kaushal for an excellent general evaluator and grammarian report. Very comprehensive, and thank you so much for that. So we have come to the end of the pie. We had the pie and hope the pie was delicious in terms of whatever it was in our own experience. But there's this quote that I would like to end with. It says that success is where preparation meets opportunity. Success is where preparation meets opportunity. It's really interesting. Opportunities can come at any moment. And if you're prepared to take on the opportunity, then we'll be successful. So how do we prepare for taking on the opportunity? We keep working on our preparation with the intent that opportunity is going to come at any moment. So the intent is extremely important. What is our intent? What do we want to do? What is the purpose that is the defining vision for us in our life? And this actually leads me to Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. It's a very important, very nice book. And this is the person who was there in the concentration camp when the whole unfortunate situation happened in Germany during the Nazi kind of thing. But even though he was going through all those kinds of tortures and everything, he still found purpose to continue his life. And he said that the reason was that he had a vision. He had a vision to motivate others coming out of this whole situation, which was extremely unfortunate. And coming out and motivate others was his vision of life, to bring in the purpose of helping others, who might find very difficult situations. And the challenge with the contemporary world today is that the whole situation is based on how much fame one has or how much money one has. And this has really exacerbated through the medium of social media. Now, you hear this more often than not nowadays, that one of these influential social media young personality has committed suicide, which is just unbelievable. And recently I heard one of this news, and the reason that was told was because they started losing followers. So basically their whole existence is based on having more followers. And if they start losing followers, they feel that my existence does not have any value. So I think, to conclude, the most important thing to understand is that we as people, as having life, which is the most invaluable thing, we have to appreciate every moment of our life, some way or the other. And when we appreciate, when we are grateful for what we have, opportunities will always come to us. So with that, thank you so much for listening, and thank you for being here today. We had our 219th meeting, which is really great, and hopefully we can continue these meetings every week, and hopefully we can get more new members who can be part of our club as well. So thank you very much. Is there anything to discuss? We still have 9 minutes. No?
Well, we can look at next week's agenda and
Okay.
maybe see if, let's see. Well, I'm looking at the wrong one. If you could give me a minute, bring
I'll
up
just
the
stop
right
the
one.
recording.
Yeah.